see you. How you been?
Very good. How are you?
Awesome, yeah.
Hi, everyone. Good to see you. Hi.
Gary,
Good afternoon.
you Mexico, right?
Yes. I don't know, but I think we got it.
This is Summit. You're on TalksonGround. Thank you for watching. As you just saw, the US are waded into India's Kashmir. I'm not making it controversial. Every embassy has full right to go wherever they wish to. But on the background, what has happened in Bangladesh and the statements by the American ambassador recently about it being the time of war and they cannot be seen to be siding with the Americans. I think it's a very concerning situation. The relationship between India and US is not doing well. I know Rajnath Singh, the defense minister, recently came back from the US, and some people are really happy that we've secured some deal for some anti-submarine. So in my opinion, this is a very serious time because, first of all, there is pressure on the Modi government internally and externally to hold elections in Jammu Kashmir. But that pressure was really for timeframe of 2020-21. In 2024 September, there is no pressure. Yes, there was a September 30th deadline for the government to hold elections, but I'm sure they could have done better. Especially given the last 4 months, there have been a lot of terror attacks on Jammu Kashmir. There have been a revamped security architecture. There were some personnel changes. So I'm not sure what prompted the government to go ahead of all these elections. One argument given by some people is that, you are going to hold them at some point, so you're just kicking the bucket down the door. But I would say that this period is fraught with a lot of dangers. And one of the dangers is this visit by the Americans. Now, the reason I'm calling this a real escalation by the Americans is because of the clearly is not of the time visit. They're not meeting the BJP leaders, they're meeting the opposition. And they're clearly showing their mind that they are willing to side with the other side. And they're doing it openly, and they are kind of challenging the government. It also means that they have decided that the Indian government cannot do something about it. And I fear a real escalation in violence in Jammu and Kashmir after this visit, especially because of two reasons. One reason being that there will be forces that will not want the elections, in respect of whether the US met up with these guys or whether they're planned or whatever, deal their government or whatever. On the other hand, there will be people who will know that the election will go ahead, and therefore they will want more violence so that the Indian government looks even more foolish. And I don't think this decision was well thought through, especially given the background, given what's happening. We might as well have done the elections with the general elections that completed a few months back. That would have been much more palatable. However, we have to go with what is the reality and when the aims for election will happen. So the question is that what is the plan? What is the plan from China or do the plan in Pakistan, the Americans, when it comes to Kashmir? One would have thought that in 2019, after India revoked Article 370, this was a finished article, which was a one deal, there was no more of Kashmir issue. the Supreme Court of India has already upheld the abrogation on 370. And 5 years after the 370 decision, surely there has been more peace. And we protest that a lot of people thought will happen or not. At the same time, the other end of the spectrum was that all the leaders who were put in jail and everybody was under house arrest is now out. The terror incidents are higher. Internet is back. And we know the dangers of having, open access to 5G internet or even 4G, where you can download videos, you can have video calls, they cannot be traced and so on. So the terror architecture was bringing, it's not at the same level. And I don't think it's the one or terror incidents that are of concern. More, the greater concern was political, because I don't think the BJP is in a strong position. It can anyways hope to contest only in Jammu as a serious party who will actually end up winning. And in Kashmir, they don't have much of a base. It's a Muslim majority area. Or all the homilies one talks about, the fact is now Muslim will vote the BJP. No, as a very few. Now, the fact also is that there are a lot of independents that the BJP is going to support, is supporting, and will prop them up. And they're hoping that the PDP, National Conference, and Congress combined will fall below the majority mark, which I think is 40,000. So, and remember, there are more seats in Kashmir even today, even though there have been some adjustments after the exercise of delimitation, which was completed a couple of years ago. So the question was that if supposing, so let's paint a scenario. So let's assume PDP comes to power on its own and a majority. What was happening on Mufti side too, Mehbooba Mufti too. She had partnered with BJP and she thinks that all the base will not life will part of the NUP. She will definitely take an anti-central government stance. Unfortunately, then that stance would demand at least three things from the government. Number one, they will want to have the rhetoric of saying that we want 370 back. Secondly, they will want statehood. And thirdly, they will want to have some sort of some level of terror going on so that they can leverage some more concessions from the Indian government, whether in terms of finances, in terms of some leeway in laws and so on. And surely they're going to pass some resolution in the Legislative Assembly, the Vidhan Sabha, Jammu Kashmir. However, there is one difference. This assembly will not have the same powers as the earlier assembly had. So surely there's a good chance that, how not much can be done at a state level in terms of legal change. But surely they can play the victim card, they can develop a narrative, they can invite a lot of inimical players to the valley, like the US ambassador and so on. Embassy in quotes, not investor. So that's one scenario. The scenario would be that not PDP, but NC and Congress combine, or some sort of a combination of these parties comes together and forms the government. Now that's the worst case scenario, even worse than the PDP, because this will give Rahul Gandhi a direct saying matters in Kashmir. And surely we will make it very difficult for the Indian government to kind of handle one, because he's making some very wild allegations. He's making the kind of arguments that are very difficult to just shake off if they're backed by narrative. And if the media doesn't really go up to them and expose them, it will become very difficult for the BJP to handle. Because the rhetoric he uses is very cerebral, at a very, with the lack of a better word, low IQ. So, the argument that, we must have a class sense of some of the things should be divided proportionately is a really, really, really tough argument. Well, that's an argument even the communist would make in 500 pages, which he's making in 5 words. I really think the BJP doesn't want to react to it. Furthermore, Umar Abdullah, would be uh, would be very keen to get back at the looking because of the violence of house arrest. They were under very plush house arrest, I must say. But at the same time, they would want to get their own back. So again, that's not a good scenario for India or the BJP government. And from now again, remember these two parties cannot do much in terms of legislation. What laws they bring in, because this will not have as many powers. The powers will be limited to things like education or health, maybe roads, and the worker supply and stuff like that. So there will be a limitation on what donors they can do legally. But at the same time, in terms of rhetoric and narratives, it will be a very difficult job. There's a third scenario that neither of these parties comes to power and some independence on the government with support from NC or Congress or PDP. That will be unstable government, which will be the second best scenario for BJP because they can then buy out some MLAs or make the government fall on its own apart or so on. This will definitely suit the BJP in terms if this happening. And finally, the best scenario for BJP is that it governs up a majority of its own. Of the 40 odd seats in Jammu, it can hope to get 25. I think that's what they got in 2015, 16 with. In other words, PDP, BJP government was long. So if they go 25, or let's say best 30, then they can try and, withdraw some of the independence from the Jammu region and the Kashmir region and reach the magic figure. And if they fall the government, then of course it becomes a big win because then really the one of the laws, the Mahbubis and Rahul Gandhi will be defeating along with the Americans and the Pakistanis and the Chinese. But I see the chances of this happening as the least. So we are looking out for the scenario of number 2 or rather number 3 where independents have enough power to stop NC, PDP and Congress coming to power is a realistic scenario, and I think that's what the BJP is betting on, that it will be unstable government which will not last, and therefore they can keep the bucket down a year and both election began and parts and presidents will whatever. This is my understanding from the electoral standpoint. From the geopolitical standpoint, as I touched upon earlier, whatever was happening to Bangladesh has made the Indian eastern border is very fragile, unstable for now. We don't know how that will develop. It can go worse or better. And most likely, it's not getting any better soon. So it means that the Indian eastern border. So on the west, where we got Pakistan on the Kashmir border bordering Pakistan, this is the border that India doesn't want to make unstable. But these elections can throw up some instability there, and India will be in trouble because it is already facing up to the Chinese of the north and parts of the east. And then you have the Bangladesh, and you have Myanmar, and then you have Pakistan on the west. So that will be a very, very stretched scenario, even from a strategic standpoint, leave alone the defense forces standpoint. So I really think that what happens in the election start on 18 September is very important. Any of those 3 not so good scenarios happen for the BJP, they're not streaming going to get done. So that was all from my side. I want to know what you think. Have I painted all the scenarios? Are there other possibilities? Am I reading too much into the ruling by the US embassy officials to Kashmir? I'm sure Indian embassy officials will also meet, some dissidents from America, and that's not a big deal, right? So if you have such instances, you can let me know. You can also comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you like the content, please like the video. Thank you very much and good night.